So I had a very interesting conversation that I have not been able to get out of my head. I was talking to someone about the importance of getting your affairs together. And with talking to them, I started asking them pretty detailed questions about, if you were to go away, like what things would you want to leave your family? Who would you want to take care of certain things? What type of music would you want to play? Do you want to be buried or cremated? Um, and it's funny because we were both laughing because I felt like an insurance agent because I was asking such personal questions. However, their response was whatever you whatever you think is best. And the first time they said it, they said it jokingly, so we both kind of laughed, you know. But then when I asked him again, he responded the same way, and that's when I realized that he was being serious. Um, it's kind of that age-old thing of like when people tell you who they are, believe them. And what I was seeing and what I was in disbelief of is that this person could actually care less about the mess that they would be leaving for their family because they had never been in that position. And their thought process is, I'm going to be dead. I don't really care what mess I'm going to leave. And it was hard for me to honestly register that because I just thought about all the people that have poured into this person's life, all the things they've done to help set them up for success. And it just felt like a selfish side of them had never left. This was not somebody that was in their 20s or 30s, not even in their 40s or 50s. And I could not believe it. But hey, that's how some people are. So, what I want you to keep in mind, who are you trying to protect? When you think about it at the end of the day, what you do, it makes a difference in a lot of people's lives. Whether it's good or bad, good, bad, or indifferent, it's affecting people. There's a ripple effect. So I want you to picture with me, you're asking them, well, do you have life insurance? Yes, but I don't think I've paid on it for a couple of months. Well, would you like to be buried or cremated? You decide. And then you start asking about like, well, do you have anything that you'd like to leave for somebody? And they say one or two things and then they say they're done. And hey, if that's where the person is at, that's just where they're at. But that is the first time that I've come face to face with somebody that didn't care about the mess that they would be leaving another family member. And I can gather from the information that it's because they've never had to be upfront and personal and deal with that personal information and trying to get stuff together. So the question I asked was like, do you know if you don't have some information, it holds up a lot of other processes? So if you don't have, I don't know, we'll just say like the insurance information, you can't necessarily pick up the body because you got to have somewhere to send it. If you can't send it over to the funeral home won't take it until they know that there's either an insurance in place or some payment that's going to happen. So it's a delayed process because there's lack of information. And I let them know, I was like, this is a problem that I came up against, and it was not nice. About time I actually seen what my mom looked like as she had passed away. She did not look like herself. And it's because there was so much time that had went by that her body had kind of expanded and she didn't look like what I remember my mom to look like. Um, I just want you to know this stuff is important. It's important. If you leave it for somebody else, you are leaving a mess for them. And that's just not fair. If you are in a capacity where you can do small things to help your family have a better life, wouldn't you want to do that? Wouldn't you want to protect them in that way? Leave them something other than a debt? Just think about it.